Good evening, good Wednesday, and thanks for being here on this 20th day of September. Glad as always to have you with us. More than glad we had a beautiful day weather-wise. This passing upper level disturbance still throwing about some shower chances to the tune of about 20% tomorrow. I don't really even care. We're still talking about an improved forecast for thereafter and into your weekend. And while fall is just, not so many hours away from officially beginning, we've got summer written all over the forecast. Now, it will come to a somewhat of a crashing halt possibly next week as far as the summer-like weather, but really not going to talk too much more about it than that, and we'll just leave it there for now, and we'll have to talk about it next week. But weather-wise, man, it's still beautiful. But I've got an update for you. A lot of news and information to pass along to you tonight. 20 people indicted by the Johnson County Grand Jury, and I'm going to cover a portion of last night's McGoffin County Board of Education meeting, a very special portion, the first portion of the meeting, which several people will recognize for a variety of different accomplishments, and we're glad to share with you this positive, good news tonight. Also, a call to 911 earlier today saying that a man might have been struck by a vehicle. I'll tell you what actually happened in just a few moments, and a host of other news and information. So let's go ahead and get straight to what we have for tonight. With the sale of Thunder Ridge's racing license, harness racing is, of course, forever gone at the Floyd County racetrack. But there's been another major deal to take place in Floyd County, of course, on the heels of yesterday's announcement in regard to the Appalachian Regional Healthcare chain purchasing Highlands and all of its facilities. Martin County coal operator Jim Booth has now bought Thunder Ridge, the facility, and the surrounding grounds, 50 acres in total, from Floyd County for a price tag of $1 million. It's my understanding that right now he has no plans or intentions on using it for a racing facility any longer, but has firm plans right now as to bring in some sort of retail development, and that's all we know at this time. I also know there's only one person thus far to file his intent for Judge Executive of Pike County, and that is the state senator for the 31st District, Ray Jones Jr., or the second, who has served for 17 years as the state senator representing Pike, Johnson, and Martin counties. And he is also, of course, has been serving as the Democratic leader. He has announced officially his intention to file for Pike County Judge Executive, saying this is time for him to make the move. Election season is just about upon us. We'll be covering those types of things on a daily basis before you know it. In case you wondered where they were, well, we all experience some technical difficulties from time to time, and yesterday it was the Kentucky Blood Center Bloodmobile's turn. Their monthly visit for the community blood drive, which was to be in the parking lot in front of the Sagersville IGA, didn't happen. Everything breaks, and yesterday something on the bus did, I believe, is what we understand. So they canceled. It's going to be rescheduled. Don't know when that is as of yet, but I, of course, will be the one first, maybe even only, to pass that along to you. So keep that in mind. If you were driving around thinking you were in the wrong place, you weren't. They just didn't quite make it into Sagersville. 20 people indicted by a Johnson County grand jury, at least one, I believe, from Sagersville, many from Johnson and other counties, and as you can well imagine, not all but most drug-related charges, and most of those dealing with crystal methamphetamine. 27-year-old Ashley Horn of Independence was indicted on first-degree possession of a controlled substance for methamphetamine and first-degree promoting contraband, both felonies in a Class D category that will give her a penalty of possibly 1 to 3 years in prison and a $10,000 fine each. There was also a no true bill returned in her name for first-degree trafficking of a controlled substance. 38-year-old Roy Prater of Paintsville was indicted on second-degree burglary, also a felony charge, 5 to 10 years the penalty, after being arrested by the Kentucky State Police in July on theft charges. 23-year-old Sterling M. Hayes of Louisa was indicted on first-degree possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and there was also a no true bill returned in his name on another charge of second-degree possession of a controlled substance. And Shirley Sue Melvin, 54, of Paintsville, was indicted, as was 43-year-old Jeffrey Stanley. Melvin was indicted on charges of first-degree trafficking in methamphetamine, first offense, in complicity with Stanley of Blue River, and tampering with physical evidence, those are felony charges, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia and being a persistent felony offender, while Stanley was indicted on charges of first-degree trafficking of less than 2 grams of a controlled substance, that being the methamphetamine, in complicity with Melvin, possession of drug paraphernalia, and giving police false information. 36-year-old Jeffrey Osborne, a River resident, was indicted on first-degree trafficking greater than 2 grams of crystal methamphetamine, as well as being a persistent felony offender, possession of drug paraphernalia, and not being in possession of a valid or not having a valid or legal driver's license. He was cited after a car crash on June the 7th by the Johnson County Sheriff's Department and found to be in possession of methamphetamine and other pills and paraphernalia. 62-year-old Gordon Dean Stapleton, a Sitka man, was indicted on first-degree charges of bail jumping and being a persistent felony offender. And 33-year-old Stephen Ferguson, a Paintsville man, was indicted on the charge of theft by unlawful taking over $500. He was reportedly arrested back in August for stealing more than $3,700 from the Hardee's restaurant in Paintsville while he was an employee. 28-year-old Samantha Fife of Prestonsburg, indicted by the grand jury in Johnson County on first-degree possession of a controlled substance, that being methamphetamine, second-degree fleeing or evading police on foot, and operating on a suspended or revoked operator's license. And 31-year-old Christina Collins, a Louisa resident, indicted on a first-degree count of possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, public intoxication of drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia as well. And she was also indicted on promoting contraband in the first degree while found in possession of a syringe as she was being booked into the Big Sandy Detention Center. 26-year-old Mason Maynard from Hager Hill, indicted on 2 counts of first-degree bail jumping, both Class D felonies. And there were several individuals, each indicted on a count of first-degree bail jumping, those being 22-year-old Jacob Ward of Paintsville, 38-year-old James D. Lewis of Louisa, 36-year-old James Castle of Louisville, 25-year-old Robert Hausinger of Staffordsville, and 37-year-old Wesley Hall of Salyersville. And a Paintsville man and woman were indicted on serious drug charges and endangering the welfare of 2 children in their custody, 32-year-old James Stanley and 24-year-old Sarah Stambo. They're both Paintsville residents, and they were both arrested back in May on the 20th, and this also comes from a report that I covered that following day. But the Paintsville Police Department had received a tip that there was crystal methamphetamine in their possession on Mill Street at their residence. And officers say that when they responded, they found loaded syringes with what was admitted by at least 1, if not 2, of the accused as methamphetamine, a clear baggie with methamphetamine, over 60 Suboxone strips, and a host of other drug paraphernalia. And that there were 2 children also inside the home, so they were each indicted on charges of first-degree possession of a controlled substance, being methamphetamine, in complicity with each other, also complicity to be in possession of drug paraphernalia. And Stambo was also indicted on 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor for the 2 kids that were inside the home. Two other indictments were also returned that I do not have photographs for. 38-year-old Kelly Kimbler of Flat Gap on first-degree bail jumping, possession of a controlled substance, and theft of identity of another individual. There was also an indictment returned in the name of 36-year-old Jennifer Dalton of Paintsville, indicted on a count of first-degree possession of a controlled substance. I'll be right back. We've got more headlines right after these words. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn-out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months no-interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Go green, save some green on this propane-powered 11-passenger Ford Econoline. And check out the under 5K specials right now. This 2011 Malibu remote start loaded, very affordably priced at $49.95. This 010 S10 low miles, low to the ground, $49.95. This 07 Saturn Relay hauls a crowd, $49.95. Call today for quick pre-credit approval, $0 down, low income approval, and most payments under $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sayersville, 349 cars. They're rolling out big, beautiful truck bodies every day, the best America makes in steel and aluminum, with their largest ever local stock of angle, sheet, round, I-beam, expanded, steel, and aluminum in several different finishes for whatever you're working on. And if the dump body you're driving needs parts, they've got them in stock. And if you need a big project fabricated from scratch, they've got you covered at Logan in Sayersville since 1904. My goal is not just to keep you informed with this following report, as we try to do with all, or to share some positive news as often as I get the chance to do so, or even recognize the accomplishments of many. It's all of that, but it's also through the hard work of a group of ladies with the opportunities that they had before them, they took advantage of, that we want to put this information out there for it to serve as an example, as an inspiration, if you will, to anyone thinking about wanting to further their education or career. It's never, never too late, and there is help out there if you want it. It was part of what I'm leading up to, a special recognition of several people at the beginning of last night's Magoffin County Board of Education meeting. It actually began with a brief recognition of their 2 new student senate members and went on from there. The meeting began with the introduction of this year's student senate members, Thomas Patrick, who served last year, and Keenan Conley, with Magoffin County being the very first school system in Kentucky to implement students into the Board of Education in this manner, with other schools, I am told, all over the state now following the lead of Magoffin County and doing the same after seeing its success here. Also recognized teachers who took it upon themselves to apply for $1,000 grants to be used toward supplies or equipment for teaching. Those being from the Sayersville Grade School, Ashley Arnett, Marissa Brown, and Tara Howard; from North Magoffin, Mary LeMaster and Elizabeth Tackett; and from the Harold Whitaker Middle School, Vicki Howard, who was actually at a ball game last night, as was explained; and from Magoffin County High School, Justin Bailey.
The reason I asked for them to be here tonight, I want to go ahead and explain a little bit more. Through our co-op, Kentucky Valley Education Co-op, there was an initiative, the ARI initiative, and this is Appalachian Renaissance Initiative, and they do lead a team of people to train our teachers and work with our schools in improving innovation and trying different things and new things within the classrooms. And they had this grant available, and the reason I asked the teachers to be here, so often we overlook the things that our teachers do so many times. And for these people to take out of their time and their day, and these are some of our great teachers that we have in Magoffin County, and we have a lot of great teachers in Magoffin County, to take out of their time and do the extra work that it was involved in doing the application and doing the process to be considered for the grant, let alone actually receiving the grant.
And another group of adults was also recognized last night, a group of students who just completed their CNA classes, one of which, who, like the others, which are still working towards their GED, has also completed that milestone as well. Hannah Reed, who has gone back to school and for months has been taking her GED and CNA classes and working 2 jobs at the same time.
And as she worked on getting her GED, she also did her CNA classes, and she worked at the Subway place on the weekends, and she got a job here in Magoffin County in a lawyer's office during the week. So she worked 7 days a week, got her GED, and she's also, we'll find out in a minute, she's also finished her CNA class and get ready to start her state test. So we're really proud of Hannah.
And Hannah, as I referred to just a second ago, was one of 10 total students recognized last night for passing their CNA classes, which consists of 3 college classes: CNA, medical terminology, and CPR.
These 10 girls finished the class and passed. We have 4 now that actually have reached their GED goal. They all started without a GED and, without a CNA certification. So we have 4 of them who have finished their GED, and that's Juanita and Hannah, as you saw earlier, Beth. Beth actually had her GED when the program started, and Amber. Hey, Amber. She just got her GED. We saw her at the last board meeting. Now, we have 2 girls that have gone on and passed their state test, and that's Beth and Juanita. They just got their letters in the mail the other day that they passed. The other 2 girls that have their GED are getting ready to go take their state test. And then all the others are 75% done with GED. We're working on math, and we're soon to be finished. But they finished their CNA class this summer. They went 4 days a week this summer for was it 4 days, 3 days? 3 days for 4 hours each evening. We had actually planned the class out that they would work in the evening while school was going on in the day, but due to paperwork, we didn't get started until the summer. And so they worked diligently this summer and worked hard and studied, and at the same time taking reading GED tests and science GED tests and social studies GED tests, and we kind of waited at the end to work on the math.
And as I understand, each and every one of them are either working in some sort of a CNA position already, or working toward other accreditations such as CMA, or making their way through doors that they've all opened for themselves. Each presented with their certificates for graduating from the Big Sandy Community and Technical College system last night.
What you probably don't know is that these ladies were all taking college courses while they were working on the GED through the Accelerated Opportunity Program at the college. It's specifically for GED seekers to get into a pathway of a career. So these ladies are all well on their way to a career in healthcare. It's the first step in other healthcare careers. So they will be employed. They have a pathway to nursing if they so choose, phlebotomy, pharmacy technicians, RN, anything like that. So they worked really hard. This program began all the way back in January, I think.
That's when our first meeting was.
So not only have they been doing CNA work, they've been doing clinicals, they've been doing college level medical terminology classes. They've also been doing the basic life support for healthcare workers, which all are prerequisites for the nursing program.
That's great.
So they are job ready.
And as all these ladies have worked so hard to get where they are, Sally Porter from the Big Sandy Community and Technical College, as well as the board, wish to make everyone very well aware how very thankful they are of the work and dedication from Vicki Jo Howard and Tammy Puckett at the Adult Education Learning Center for their support of continuing education.
We work with all the adult educations in our 5-county region, and I will tell you, she would not let this go until we made this class. She dogged us until it happened. And
Is she the one that said that about me?
But she, honestly, these girls, they put a lot of time and effort into this, as these girls did too. But you all, Magoffin County is.
We're proud of Vicki too. She does a great job. She won't let it slip by if it's an opportunity for people in Magoffin County. And I'm thankful for all of you.
And from there, they went on to regular business for the rest of the meeting. A good portion of that was discussing setting tax rates. And they've even set a special meeting of the Board of Education for tomorrow night on that very matter. I'll pick up the rest of the information from tonight's coverage, as well as maybe even tomorrow's when I see you back here next time. A brief break. I'll be right back with more of your news today.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
The sun bathes us in the power of its warm glow and brightens our world. Now it can power your life. Cooperative Solar brings you hassle-free solar power from your local Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Renewable, affordable, easy. Licking Valley RECC's Cooperative Solar. Join the community. CooperativeSolar.com.
There's no better time than now to get the Android smartphone of your choice from Appalachian Wireless. All Androids up to $50 off regular price all this month. The Samsung GS8 was $149.99, now just $99.99. The LG G6, normally $99.99, is now only $49.99. And believe it or not, you can get the Galaxy S7 for only $1 penny with 2-year agreement while supplies last. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
Tigersville Lee's just through this Friday. Get our new 2-piece fish dinner. That's fish, coleslaw, and wedges or skinny fries, whichever one you choose, and a biscuit for $6.29, and we'll give you a free drink, a free medium soft drink, tea, whatever you want it to be, just through this Friday. And you can get an extra piece of fish for $1. It's a great deal. It's a great offer, a limited one, mind you. Stop by your Lee's between now and the close of Friday and get your free drink with your new fish dinner. Like our 100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Sayersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier. And our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sayersville National Bank. 349-3131. Bumper stickers, ball caps, calendars, t-shirts, pencils and pens and gifts, they get you noticed. They get you votes. And get yours locally with the best quality and savings. Call Avavian Arnett Deaton at 349-3835 or find her on Facebook today.
Home energy use is on the rise. Every year, new devices, more devices. We are using more energy. Simple Saver helps you trim peak energy usage and pays you for being energy smart. You can receive up to $50 in annual bill credits. Over the years, the savings really add up with Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperative's Simple Saver. Licking Valley RECC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard. Jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price. And the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN. A whole lot, and I mean a whole lot to do this weekend. And what a beautiful weekend weather-wise it's going to be. I'll tell you about even a new list of events that I've got on our community calendar in just a few seconds. Right now, there was an emergency call earlier today in downtown Sayersville. It came into authorities as a possible vehicle versus pedestrian accident on Parkway Drive. Even though it even appeared that way as I walked up, there was actually no contact between the injured, if you will, and any motor vehicles. And actually, several eyewitnesses all the way from the mouth of Dixie, front of the rescue squad, and right up to where the accident happened, described seeing a man staggering basically off of the sidewalk and under the street and back and forth, and then just falling right into the path of a pickup truck. The driver narrowly missing the pedestrian, but fortunately did. Sayersville police and EMS personnel described it as being a situation where a man may have been experiencing some health problems or issues, but also was possibly as well heavily under the influence of drugs. He was taken by the ambulance that arrived to the Paul B. Hall Medical Center for treatment of his injuries and possible condition. All right, from there, man, we got a lot of things happening under a beautiful weather weekend coming up on your calendar, brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. First, a couple of birthdays. Hey, Sue Montgomery from all the gang at the IGA and a whole big long list of family and friends. Happy birthday to you. Sue Montgomery from everybody at the IGA, happy birthday. And I've got a happy 22nd birthday to Elizabeth Keaton with a lot of love from Dad and Jeanette. happy 22nd to Elizabeth Keaton. Let me tell you about the Woods of Fear. It's a haunted trail and a hay ride Fridays and Saturdays starting this weekend up through, of course, Halloween. It's right past Harper's Auto there at Bailey Branch. You turn left on a Bailey's Branch. If you're headed south, they'll pick you up there, take you on a nice little hay ride up the hollow. And there it gets a little spookier and a little more haunted and a little more fun. You can buy your tickets there on scene 8 until midnight each night, Fridays and Saturdays starting this weekend up to Halloween. Our Magoffin County Extension Office, specifically the Magoffin County Quilters Guild, is hosting a beginner's sewing workshop series starting Monday. That's right, starting this coming Monday. That'll be an instructional day, let you know what you need and everything else, and then they'll meet Mondays thereafter, all the way up through October and through November. It's 6 to 8, all those Mondays for all ages, sponsored by the Magoffin County Quilters Guild. The North Magoffin Fire Department, as I've been telling you, is hosting their 2017 annual hog roast, soup bean dinner, and auction this weekend at the shelter on top of the Improvement Hill on Rock House. Dinner starts at noon, auction starts at 2, entertainment starts at noon as well. $6 per dinner. Kids 12 and under get in free. All proceeds going to the fire department. It's going to be a nice weekend for this and a nice time for their annual fundraiser. And Apostles Closet is going to be at the Sagersville Fire Department this Saturday from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon with gently used or new clothing, toys, shoes, and small household items. This is free. Just stop by the Sagersville Fire Department. Once again, Saturday, 9 till 3. And just got this in, revival coming up at the Living Water Pentecostal Church on Parkway Drive. That's right there next to the Magoffin County Water District office. They're going to start this Sunday, the 24th, at 7 p.m. nightly from there on, with Brother Robert Collinsworth preaching and special singing. Pastor Bill Shepard and the congregation welcome you all. Revival starting Sunday night at 7. And job clubs, as I told you, a fall session of job clubs is right around the corner. Well, wait a minute. Let me back up. Also right around the corner this Saturday is the big recovery celebration. I still have Ramey Park on the screen. My goodness. It's at the new City Park and the new gazebo right across from City Hall. I'll try to get that corrected before the event's over. This Saturday, 2 to 4. Free food, fellowship, resources there if you want to find out more about battling addiction and prizes. This is a no-pressure event. They just want to celebrate everyone who has recovered or who is recovering or who wants to. You're all invited. Now, the Sagersville Pentecostal Church of Christ is having their 34th annual Homecoming and Old Fashioned Day this weekend. They've got services starting Friday evening with special singing and preaching, the same Saturday at 7 as well, and then Sunday, the Sons family and a cookout after services. Pastor Philip Puckett and everyone welcomes you. And job clubs, here we are. New members are welcome. It starts Tuesday, October the 3rd and goes thereafter, and they will give you everything you need, all the skills and fundamentals and everything you need to better find a job, and the job that's right for you. You can call the Big Sandy Community Action Program to find out more at 2217 or find them on Facebook. Find me any way you want to, but if you've got an announcement, a birthday or anniversary, all you got to do is tell me, and I'll tell everyone about it. Fall and its colors have burst onto the scene at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Kids' mud pie styles and designs have just arrived with even more on the way. Little Fashions, excellent for fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. And of course, they've got the sweetest of accessories. And ladies' fashions are here, and there's more coming in daily. Amazing sweaters and Carter coats, this fall's must-have item. Dresses, boots, and more on the way. There's just nothing like what you'll find at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville, just down from Fraser's Prater Drugstore and the Radio Shack. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
What you're looking at is literally a one female owner 99 Dodge Ram with 77,000 miles. Zero rust, rips, tears, or wear anywhere. Think of the money you can save driving a like new truck, not to mention the savings in taxes and insurance. You won't find another one like it. Or come see this 2013 2500 Silverado HD loaded, only 90,000 miles. This 2014 Grand Caravan, it's an RT model, 72,000 carefully driven miles. Or this 2007 Kia Sorento, 90,000 miles. It's a four-wheel drive and priced to go today at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. Diesel specialist Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. All right, very short, even more sweet forecast looking at you. More clouds tonight and 64 degrees, patchy fall. Becoming sunny tomorrow, though, 83. I will leave in that 20% chance of showers because the National Weather Service says I should. But after that, it is just full-blown summertime weather. 84, sunny, mostly clear on your Friday. And across the board, Saturday and Sunday, 83, 84, maybe even 85 degrees. Fog in the mornings and late nights, but nevertheless, mid-80s, right around 60 for nighttime lows, full of sunshine, full of clear skies. That trend will start off Monday and go right on through next week as well. Nothing but beautiful, beautiful weather. Thank you for being a part of this show. I've got exclusive news and headlines in the works, and you'll only see them if you see us back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Thank you for watching.